Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to Kicking It with Auntie Leah. I am so glad that you guys have decided to come back to visit my channel. Welcome, everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Um, please share the live as well, just in case someone did not get their notifications. Hey, Margie. Hey, love. What it do? Thank you for coming back. Hey, Nick. Hey, Temper. How are you guys doing?
Hey, Auntie Leah. Hey, Temper. Doing all right?
You guys doing
Doing all
good?
right? Yep. Good
Well,
enough.
today, hey, I'm Jay. Love to you as well, dear. Today is a very, very tough subject. Hey, Alina. Welcome, dear. Welcome. Um, Very tough subject. It's about, suicide, which is a very heavy topic, but it's something that we all, must talk about. I don't know if every family has has experienced this before, but it's certainly something that's very heavy and something that's not really in the black, sector of hip hop a lot. But so it kind of very much surprised me when I heard about how Young Noble passed away. It was a shock to the culture. So we're just gonna dive into it. Talking about hip hop, it's a graveyard and all the celebrities that have lost their lives in this culture. It's not easy to do. But we go at it week after week. We do our research, we make our videos, and we do the best we can to present these stories with respect. And we just tell their lives, right? I really don't have an opinion when it comes to some of the people that we're talking about, unless we're talking about Tupac Shakur. I have an opinion, because that's my husband. Don't play with it. But for the most part, I try not to reflect on negativity on the lives of the ones that are no longer here because I didn't know them personally, so I can't really, dive or delve into their life like that or speak negative. Hi, Patricia Blair. Hey, Kat. Welcome back, everybody. Please like the live. Please share the live. As you come in, I do believe that Nick has a video that she wants us to share, even though I asked her to cue it up. She has not queued it up yet because she's Nick, you know.
That's right, because I'm trying to set up the live on my channel. Just give me one moment, please. One moment. Hi,
Tem-
everyone.
Temper, how are you doing? Because I'm not thinking about Nick right now. I'm not thinking about this woman right now because what? Queued up the video, honey.
It's
Temper, how are
coming.
you? Are you here with us? I can't hear you, Temper. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Are you guys hearing me okay?
I could hear you better, but that's me. I
Don't
don't know
turn it
which.
to Tech Nick tonight, okay?
Listen, listen. I don't know what microphone you're speaking to us in, but I don't think it's the good one.
How would you feel if I just kicked Nick right off the panel because he always turns into Tech Nick?
You can't. Where did Temper go? You didn't kick him out, did you?
I did not. I think he's having some technical difficulties. That's probably why he's not answering. But
Okay.
he did relate that this is a touchy subject for him. So I'm hoping that Temper, can get through this with us tonight. It's hard on everybody, right? It's hard on all of us to hear about these tragic stories.
Yeah.
Especially if you connect with the artist, and also if you have been through it
Hmm.
with somebody in your family. Like I just lost my cousin last week, and what the why I look like a chunk of my Lord have mercy. What is face? This is look like a chunk of my head is missing. Hey, Temper, I'm sick of you too. I'm sick of you always messing with us. Now you messing. Look, I'm missing a part of my headsets.
It's just the
YouTube,
green screen.
YouTube has taken a chunk out of my head. That is no sense. You know why they always messing with Jaganators? Because it's Jag Nation, Jag Country all day. We don't care. about none of that. Come on now. Hey, Temper. Welcome back, sir. How are you doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Temper. We can't hear you, sir. All right. Well, I'm hoping that his
while we wait for Temper to, contact ground control here.
Yeah, it's something going on with his technology. But look, Nick has finally queued up her video to start this thing off. We're gonna get it jumping with Nick's songography about Young Noble. So let's get right into it. And we are ready to hear your dope song that you created for Young Noble. Let's go.
Okay.
Why is it spinning? Now I'm about to turn to Tech Auntie.
Let me reload it.
Y'all want me to turn it to Tech Auntie?
Here we go.
Yeah. First they took Pac, then they took Kadafi. Then one by one my brothers fell. And when mama left, I had nothing left to fight with. Every grave that I stand on got my blood in the dirt. Outlaws in the sky, still I'm walking with the hurt. Pac showed the path, Kadafi lit the flame, but death took him quick, left me drowning in shame. Fatal gone, Mus gone, storm riding the wind. Lost soldiers, lost kings, how much more can I fend? Then mama closed her eyes, left me praying for a sign, but the silence too loud, I was losing my mind.
Too heavy to carry, too dark to see, when the last light fades, what's left of me? With my brothers in the sky and my mama in the ground, I put the pistol to my pain just to quiet the sound.
Yeah. I wrote letters to them, they never poured liquor for spirits on these broken tracks. Every night I bled lyrics just to keep from the edge, but the grief cut deep like a vow I had pledged. I ain't a coward, but I'm tired of war. When mama's voice faded, I ain't hear it no more. No sunshine, no reason, no fight to live. So I cashed in my soul for the peace death gives.
Too heavy to carry, too dark to see, when the last light fades, what's left of me? With my brothers in the sky and my mama in the ground, I put the pistol to my pain just to quiet the sound. If you feel me in heaven, save me a seat. Outlaws eternal, we'll ride when we meet. Tell mama I'm sorry, I was broken inside, but I'm back with my brothers, outlaws worldwide.
This life took my soldiers, then it shattered my crown. I was lost in the silence, no way back down. So I left with the pain carved deep in my chest. Now I ride with the outlaws, finally at rest.
All right. Let's give Nick a big hand of applause. Thank you, Nick, for making that dope song. Temper's having technical difficulties.
Welcome.
Listen here, Creed. I'm online. Be quiet, boy. What is wrong with you? Anyway, if it's not the dog, it's the cat. If it's not the cat, it's the kids. I don't know why this dog think that he can fight a cat. He can't win. He always getting beat up. But Temper is having technical difficulties. Wolfgang is in the building. If you want to come up and say anything before we start the video, that would be great. I know
Lord.
Most of the time can't stay a long time. I know. Hold on. Let me deal with this, guys. Nick, take over until I deal with this.
Okay. That song was really hard. That song was really hard to make for me. And this whole show is going to be really hard for me to do. You know, we've all had a bit of loss, all three of us on the panel. So, you know, can't today. Okay, no worries,
Okay.
Adele.
All right, no problem.
Yep.
Thank you, Nick. Thanks for taking over. But I didn't mean to interrupt
That's
you.
okay.
You were saying something. So please go
No,
ahead.
I just said that song was really hard to make, you know.
Yeah. I know.
Close to home, so.
Yep. So I'm sorry about my dog. My husband did come and rescue me from the dog. My dog was acting up. I guess he don't want me to be on live, but you know what? I'm the boss in this house and not you. So without any further ado, we're going to get to the video. We're going to dive right into it. I hope you guys, I don't want to say enjoy the video because this whole topic is not a topic to enjoy. Temper is having technical difficulties. I hope he gets to come back. I don't know where Jay is. I'm probably going to hit him up soon. But until then, guys, let's just get right to the video and start learning about the life of Young Noble.
Okay. Trigger warning.
Welcome back to Kicking It with Auntie Leah. Today, as part of my series, Hip Hop is a Graveyard, we're honoring a man whose life was shaped by struggle, sacrifice, and survival, and whose legacy became etched in hip hop history. This is the story of Rufus Lee Cooper III. The world knew him as Young Noble of the Outlawz. From a childhood scarred by an absent father, a mother battling addiction, and the loss of loved ones, Noble rose from the chaos with a heart full of loyalty and a pen full of truth. He carried his family's hunger, his hood's pain, and his own dreams, all the way from the streets of New Jersey to the stage beside Tupac Shakur. In this mini documentary, we'll walk through the trials that shaped him, the brotherhood that saved him, and the music that kept his spirit alive. And in true Auntie Leah fashion, we're not just telling his story, we're singing it. At the end of this journey, I'll share with you a songography, a biography in song form to celebrate the life, the struggles, and the legacy of Young Noble. So grab a seat, family, because today inside hip hop is a graveyard. We honor not just the outlaw, but the man behind the name Young Noble. It's a heavy time in hip-hop. Young Noble, member of the legendary Outlawz and longtime collaborator of Tupac Shakur, has passed away at the age of 47. The rapper, born Rufus Lee Cooper III, died on the morning of Friday, July 4th, 2025 in Atlanta, Georgia. According to reports confirmed by TMZ and People TV, his death was by suicide. The news was shared by his Outlawz brother, Idi Amin, who wrote in an emotional Instagram post, "Today I got some of the worst and most unexpected news imaginable. My brother and partner for over 30 years took his life this morning. Rest in power, Rufus Young Noble Cooper. I'm in no shape to talk right now, so please give his family and I some time to process this." Other tributes have poured in across the hip-hop community. Artist Damon Big Percy Roderick wrote, "Wish I could change our last call." And Snoop Dogg honored Noble by sharing Tupac and the Outlawz' track The Good Die Young, along with the words, "Damn, mental health is real."
Friends say Noble had recently been playing basketball and showed no signs of distress, but he carried heavy battles in recent years. In 2021, he survived a serious heart attack and publicly thanked God for a second chance at life. Last year, he lost his mother to stage 3 cancer, a loss those close to him say hit him especially hard. Even so, his final Instagram post on June 22nd carried a message of hope. You're not reading this by accident. You're going to make it. Since news of his passing broke, social media has been flooded with shock, heartbreak, and calls to take mental health seriously. Comments on the Shade Room included, check on your people. Life is hard. Another wrote, the hardest battle is when you're fighting against yourself. Young Noble leaves behind not just his music, but a legacy of loyalty and resilience. As fans, artists, and family mourn, his death is sparking urgent conversations about brotherhood, grief, and the importance of checking in on the ones we love. If you or someone you know is struggling with thoughts of suicide, help is available. Please call or text the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988 to be connected with support 24 hours a day. You are not alone, and your life matters. Okay, so guys, wow. I wanted to let you guys know that there were no, and what's weird is there were no real news station reports of Young Noble's passing. So I had to actually literally make my own. I had to make my own news story because all of them were just like mentions and little off-brand newspapers and things like that, but no support, no official report of his passing, and that was just odd to me. So the story went as like he had told his wife that morning that he wanted to go clear his head, so he went for a drive, and she noticed that he never came back. Well, later that morning, they found him at a resort, and he was at the bottom of the swimming pool. There was the Pow was laying next to him, and the spent shell casing was also in the water with him. So that is how he was found. So, but she did say, because a lot of YouTubers came out and say, "Oh, rappers don't commit suicide and things of that nature," but we don't really know that that's true. Some speculate that it sounds like it's some foul play as well. I'm not 100% sure. I can only tell you the story. I just think I find it odd that no news station in Georgia at all wanted to officially report his unaliving. And I don't know, is it because it looked or appeared as though, it was a suicide or whatever? I'm not sure. But I find that was interesting. And I find that it's kind of disrespectful, to be honest with you, because he was a star. His life did matter. So I just want to let you guys know that. Anybody else have anything to say? Temper, Nick, before I hit the play button?
Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, Auntie Leah, everything surrounding Tupac and the Outlaws and what happened to each one of these young men is more than strange. It's absurd. It's disturbing.
Very.
That's to be honest. It's very disturbing. But like you say, this kind of hit hard for me based on the facts. So this may be the one time I may be, not saying too much, but yeah, this one kind of heavy on the heart.
Okay. Well, I appreciate whatever that you can input, and I definitely understand. Some of these topics are hard; they're very heavy, so I definitely get it. Anybody else want to come up? And guys, I just want to let you guys know on this channel, you can join the panel. You don't have to stay in the comments. If you have anything that you want to say, except you, dog, you stay out. Okay. You guys hear him in the background? He makes me so mad. But anyway. You guys are welcome on the panel. If you have any input, just hit the link. The only time I'm going to throw you up out of here if you do something nefarious on camera. So, but
Auntie Leah.
Yes, ma'am.
So, I think it's just from my perspective, right? nobody tells you how hard it is to lose your mother, right? Number one. This is something I spoke to Natanya Rubin about back in December. I came up on her panel. She was telling an amazing story about what happened to her, and she was talking about her mother. So that brought me up on her panel. And I spoke a bit about my mother. So nobody tells you how hard that is. And the first year after you lose a parent is the most hard. It's the hardest year to get through. It really, really is, right? You know, their birthdays come up, their anniversary comes up, all that type of thing. Mother's Day, Father's Day, all that stuff.
Right.
So it, to me, I'm not sure about anything nefarious. I'm not sure, but you know, he took his own life only 3 days after his mother's anniversary.
Oh.
So that to me speaks volumes. Because it really is the hardest year, that first year, and I don't think he could handle it.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say I got very sick after my mum died. So, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a real heavy thing. So some people make it, some people don't. Some people, you know, it just turns their life upside down. So you just don't know. And all I'm trying to say is it's very important to check on people in that first year, especially around the anniversaries of things. It really, really is. So.
Right. I agree. And the internet says that he was spiraling out, you know, acting out and kind of spiraling out of control within the last year.
Yep.
And that's
within the last year. Yeah.
I think that losing his mom, who I think was a very important person in his life, was he just couldn't take it no more. I mean, after that, he had a heart attack and everything. So,
but his mother was still alive when he had that heart attack. Yeah.
Oh, was she? No, I don't think she was.
No, I don't know. I'm asking you.
No, I don't think that she was.
Oh,
we can definitely look that up. I'll look that up.
Yeah. And he was doing a lot of interviews about the past as well within that last year, and you know, it was opening up old wounds. He was talking about, you know, it probably wasn't the best time for him to be talking about all that stuff, to be honest. You know.
Okay. I mean, he had the heart attack in 2021. So yes, his mom was alive.
So he was grateful to still be here because he was still here for his mother.
Yeah. And I guess that after she passed away, he just couldn't handle it. You know, I think that she was his rock.
Yeah.
And him being the. Go ahead, Jennifer.
No, I was looking at it as four legs to a building. You know, Pac represented a solid strength to him. Pac was gone. His friends represented another solid structure to him. They were gone. Then his mom. Well, if three corners go, I'd only left one more. And that was him. And you know, the weight of the world on his shoulders. Yeah. Kinda heavy.
Yeah. He lost F.A.T.A.L Hussein. He lost Yaki, Kadafi, 2 months after he lost Tupac. He lost also, as we dig deeper into this video, you'll see that he also lost 2 other friends as well. So I think that it's just life was just too rough. It just, I don't know. But we will just get back into the video and kind of see if we can decipher what could have triggered it. But I can just say, I believe it was a lot of losses.
Yeah. Well, that's why I called my song "Too Heavy to Carry."
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Hey, Archangel.
All right, guys.
Do you deal with depression? I think we all go through little depression sometimes. I know
Fair use.
I know I got
Trigger warning.
PTSD and
Fair use.
after my heart attack, I developed a little anxiety sometimes, but you know, I fight through it. You know, I fight through it the best way I can. Music be helping me with that shit. I listen to that old school, that Stevie Wonder, that all that good stuff, man. It put me in a warrior spirit where I'm like, we gonna figure this shit out. You know what I mean? Like my mom just died July 1st, 3 months ago. Like it's hard as hell getting through that. Every day it's a battle and a struggle.
And I just want to let you know that this original interview is from the Art of Dialogue. So please subscribe to that channel. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. And I just want to say this is fair use. We are using this video to learn about his struggles and learn about his life. So thank you for...
Sorry, Auntie Leah.
Just want to thank the Art of Dialogue for this interview.
I just wanted to say I didn't realize he was doing the interview only 3 months after he lost his mother. That's interesting. Okay.
And for people,
go on.
For people to say that rappers don't commit suicide, I mean, he's admitting that, yeah, I'm struggling with, depression. I think everybody in their lifetime, at least once or maybe twice, have struggled with some form of depression. I know I have.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah, I wanted to say that because then again, it also shows that what he used for his support systems, he admitted it. He listened to music and, it reinvigorates him.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, guys, let's get back into it.
But we got to let our loved ones, we can't let it destroy us. We gotta keep living for them. You know what I'm saying? Like Pac, my mom, when he was alive, I got a call, and I got a call that my mom was in the hospital. She almost died. This when Pac was alive, and I was like, up. She was on drugs. I think she overdosed, whatever it was. She was going through it. She almost died, and I called my mom, and Pac talked to my mom, and he told her, how much he loved her. He can't wait to meet her. And he made her promise to get off drugs. He said, I'm going to make your son rich, and he needs his mom to be healthy and focused and off drugs. And I wanted to go back and see my mom. He was like, nah, we got work to do. Like, what you going to go do? Sit in the hospital with your mom and sit next to her and cry all day? Like, let your mom heal. She just survived. She gonna be okay. So he died. My mom was like, she never got to meet him. She maybe like 2 years after he died, she was still on drugs, and she called me one day, and she was like, guess what? She said, I'm a week clean. This was probably like 98, something like that. She was like, I'm a week clean, I'm like, really? Like, you gotta understand, like my mom, she was so beautiful and so loving and so amazing. And she had an addiction, and she was 2 weeks clean, and it turned, she almost died in 1996. And she lived. She was clean since 98. And she was 1 month from making 79. Oh, I think she just turned 79. She was 1 month from turning 79 years old, and she stopped using cocaine. She said she wanted to keep her promise to Tupac.
Rufus Lee Cooper III. The world would come to know him as Young Noble. But before the name, before the Outlawz, his childhood was carved from survival. His father was absent. His mother battled addiction. His older brother and sister, twins, were already deep in their own struggles. His brother ran with Crips, robbing houses, hustling just to get by.
One day, a neighbor, once trusted like family, stormed into their home with a gun, pressing it to his mother's head, holding them hostage. Noble was just a boy, watching terror unfold in his living room. His brother fought back, landed in the system, and was sent away to New Jersey instead of a juvenile sentence. That choice would one day change Noble's life. The night before the move east, his sister ran away. She was only 14, pregnant by a 19-year-old man. Noble still remembers asking her for juice and chips that day. She never came back. A week later, she returned with the truth. She wasn't leaving California. That moment split the family's path in two, part staying west, part moving east. Noble was caught in the middle. Hunger lingered in the home. With no father to guide him and a mother fighting addiction, Noble carried the weight of manhood too soon. At only 10 years old, he sold narcotics, not for greed, but because he couldn't bear to see his family starve. Every risk he took was born of love. The road to New Jersey wasn't smooth. A stop in Alabama was filled with violence and instability. Even a supposed family friend pulled a gun on his mother. By the time Noble reached Orange, New Jersey, he had already seen more than most men twice his age. The Pearl Street projects became his new reality, a world of poverty, crime, and survival. But it was there that destiny began to unfold. In New Jersey, Noble found brothers. He grew up with Yaki Kadafi, same age, same classrooms. He met Hussein F.A.T.A.L, fresh out of juvenile detention, already a legend in the park for his endless freestyles. F.A.T.A.L could rap for hours, clowning strangers who walked by, never missing a beat. Inspired, Noble started writing early, forming a group at just 12 years old called the 5 Clips. They recorded at DJ Quimmy Quim's house, the same Quim whose father managed Lords of the Underground. Those were the first sparks of music, born in the middle of chaos. But the streets were never far away. Noble and his crew hustled young, selling drugs on New Street while still playing football and trying to be kids. His home became a gathering place, a hub where 50 kids might crowd the block, though only a few lived there. His brother was in and out of prison, but always respected. Even behind bars, he looked out for Montclair kids who came through, a legend in his own right. Violence shadowed everything. A scuffle with Naughty by Nature's crew spiraled into months of tension between towns, leaving Noble's homie Storm Al G dead. The grief ripped through the block. When Storm was killed, Al G unraveled, breaking into a funeral home just to spend one last moment with his best friend.
Naughty by Nature, when they first came out, we all loved them. Let's start there. We all loved Naughty by Nature. They was repping real hard for Jersey. You know, they was from East Orange. I had a whole bunch of family in East Orange and Orange, so we felt like they belonged to us. They was from, 20 minutes away where we was from, and they was killing the whole rap game. So they used to come to our town, Montclair, and go shopping at this store called Lewinsky's. Lewinsky sold all the drug dealer specials, all the Flavor Tims, the Dickie suits, the Carhartts, the Pendletons, all the you used to see Tretch and them wearing in the videos, like the Dickie suits with the long johns under them. They used to come shopping up there. So one day, Vin Rock was up there, and Vin Rock actually remembered the story. I called him one time. I was like, yo, you remember this happening? He was like, hell yeah. He told me all the details and shit. But Vin Rock and he, a couple of his guys was up in Montclair doing some shopping. And 2 guys from my hood, Al Tariq and Nico Storm, for whatever reason, got into it with him. I think he dropped his set. He had one of them old phones. They, got the phone or whatever. I don't even know why they was with Vin Rock, because we all love Naughty by Nature. You know what I mean? And he got into a little scuffle or whatever, and it led to a long time of back and forth of Montclair and Bay Area, East Orange getting to it. They used to send carloads of niggas to our hood on a late night. You get caught slipping, you ain't got nothing to do with it. 3-4 carloads of niggas was hopping out. It was crazy, for a couple months, man. This was when they first came out, OPP and shit, you know what I mean?
Damn, so it got serious.
Yeah, it got that serious, man. Naughty, they weren't playing no games, you know. And niggas from my hood weren't playing no games either. But yeah, them niggas, you know, they came to the clear, man, and got into it with the homies and shit. Both of the homies passed away, Storm and Al G. But yeah, they got into it, been rocking the hood for nothing, just them being up there. You know, it wasn't about nothing serious, but it turned into some serious shit, 'cause, you know.
And for those of you who don't know who Naughty by Nature, who they are, this is Naughty by Nature, just a couple of those of their members. And they were the ones who sung the very popular song, "You Down with OPP, Yeah, You Know Me." Everybody has heard that song, I'm sure. But this is the Naughty by Nature that he is speaking of. And that's Stretch right there in the middle.
Naughty wasn't going for that shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy that they are brothers, though, years later. You know what I mean? So when Pac, when he because F.A.T.A.L and Kadafi, you know, they told Pac what happened. Edie told me Pac was mad about this shit. He actually like wrote a verse one day, like talking shit to them, like leave Tretch alone, like, you know, that's my motherfucking brother and shit. You know what I mean? But Pac wound up talking to Tretch, and once Tretch realized that the whole beef is with Nick from Montclair, and he realized, oh, them is Pac now. Like he actually like let his niggas know. He actually called a meeting and shit with F.A.T.A.L and shit. You know what I mean? They had a meeting like in the hood, and you know, he was letting them know like, nigga, you know, y'all rocking with Pac, and that's my brother. And you know, whatever we was going through then, that shit is done. And, you know, I guess he spread the word out to all his EO niggas, and you know, it's been love ever since. You know what I'm saying?
The grief ripped through the block. When Storm was killed, Al G unraveled, breaking into a funeral home just to spend one last moment with his best friend. Soon after, he forced police to end his life. 2 deaths back to back, it devastated Noble's hood and pushed him deeper into reflection. At just 16, he saw his future too clearly. If he stayed, he'd end up in a cell or grave. He called his sister in California. "I'm tired of this life," he told her. She bought him a ticket. Noble left Jersey behind. In Rancho Cucamonga, he started fresh, writing every day, going to school, even living a quieter life with his sister. But fate wasn't finished with him yet. One day he got a call. F.A.T.A.L and Kadafi were in California with Tupac. At first, Noble's sister hesitated, worried about the headlines around Pac's release. But these were his brothers from the block. They pulled up in a limo, and Noble went with them. That night, he met Tupac Shakur for the first time. At first, Pac was furious. F.A.T.A.L and Kadafi had stolen his limo. But in the middle of the chaos, Pac saw Noble for who he was. Not a stranger, but family. Within weeks, Noble wasn't just a kid from New Jersey anymore. He was the newest outlaw. From a boy carrying hunger and heartbreak to a young man carrying verses and destiny, young Noble had found his place in history. So we have learned about at the beginning of his life, and from what we have learned, he had a rough start, right? His mom was addicted to drugs. He was living in poverty. A neighbor broke into his home, held a pow to the head of his mother right in front of this young boy. His big brother was snatched away from him because he was trying to protect his mom, you know, fight off the attack, and was sent to New Jersey to live. Went to New Jersey, and because his life or his father was absent, which happens a lot in the African American community, it happened to me. In his life, he had no guidance, you know, no father figure to guide him. And he felt like he had to become the man at a very, very, very young age. At just 10 years old, he took on the responsibility of an adult, of trying to provide for his household because he could not and did not want to see his family hungry, because the mom, for whatever reason, she probably was suffering with some form of depression as well. And so she turned to DRUGS, as well as a coping mechanism to whatever trauma that she was going through. So the man just had a rough start in life.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout his whole life, all he experienced was loss.
Yep.
Hardship.
Yep. And he thought it was all about to turn around when he met Tupac.
I was just about to say that, Nick. Yep. Imagine.
Sorry, Temper.
sorry. But imagine Tupac rescuing him from all of that. You
Mm-hmm.
imagine how good that felt, and then to lose him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I can imagine that it was terribly, terribly hard to go through that type of loss, and then to lose someone who you viewed as somebody that stepped in to help you basically become normal a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
provide some kind of stability, in your
Guidance,
life.
yep.
And then they're also ripped away from you with an act of violence. I mean,
Yep. And if you think about it, Auntie Leah, that would have aged him. He was only 18,
right.
So I feel like he was a lot older inside,
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
his soul.
He had to grow up at 10 years old.
Yeah.
That's when he had to grow up.
Yeah. And then 8 years later, that happened. So,
Yep.
Things just kept happening. Sometimes life sucks,
Yep. Yeah. Wow. All right, guys, get back into it.
Mm-hmm.
His journey, born from pain, had led him to Tupac Shakur, to the Outlawz, and to a legacy that would outlive them all. Tupac built an army, and when he died, one soldier kept fighting for nearly 30 years. But the craziest part is the secret war he was fighting with himself. You think you know the story of the Outlawz. You don't. This is what really happened to Tupac's last hand-picked soldier. Some rappers have stories written in platinum albums, but this story is written in pure loyalty. I'm talking about this guy, Rufus Lee Cooper III, the man we know as Young Noble. His loyalty was on another level. He grew up bouncing between coasts, born in California and later moving to New Jersey, where he met two kids who would literally change his entire life, Yaki Kadafi and Hussein F.A.T.A.L. They were street brothers long before they were famous. When he was a teenager, Noble was just trying to be a normal kid back in California, but that was not his destiny. His childhood friends were now part of Tupac Shakur's new group, the Outlawz, and they knew Noble had the exact same fire that Tupac wanted in his crew. And get this, to get Noble to join, his friends stole Tupac's limousine and drove it all the way across the country just to pick him up. Can you imagine? Tupac was not happy at first, but that's how badly they wanted him. Noble landed in a creative hurricane at Tupac's house. He wasn't even trying to be a rapper. He was just there for his friends, which is the craziest part. The summer of 1996 was an absolute pressure cooker. Tupac was fresh out of prison and was working with an insane, superhuman energy. The entire Machiavelli album was recorded in just 7 days that August. It was a creative explosion, and Young Noble was right in the middle of it. And because Noble wasn't begging for a verse, Tupac respected him. That got him a spot. Tupac literally gave him the name Young Noble, making him the 7th and final member of the Outlawz, the last soldier handpicked by the general himself. And just like that, his voice is on some of the biggest rap songs ever. I'm talking Bomb First, Life of an Outlaw, and the legendary anthem, Hail Mary. During those few insane months, the future looked limitless. Tupac wasn't just making an album, he was building an empire. He was already planning a solo record for Noble.
Yeah, dirt poor growing up. I never had my own room. My mama cooking that work up. She burnt up all the spoons, graduated from the block. I ain't never finished school, no, it wasn't cool, that's why I choose. Give up jewels, all the lessons that I learned. Play the game by the rules, never hustle where you live, never argue with a fool. If you depend on them to feed you, you gave the power to starve you. All I did was show love and they hated me something awful. Be careful, cut my circle down to a handful. Smiling in your face and their heart, can't stand you, two-faced it. My heart got broke, two places, feeling like Nipsey, tipsy. Bumping blue laces, wanna bait me with old beef and see me with new cases. Shit ain't been the same since they killed my nigga in Vegas. Motivated by the pain, motivated by the haters. I'm still spitting that shit. 25 years later, never signed to a major. Stayed independent. These ain't just raps, little nigga. I really lived it. Calm, don't be alarmed. I'm a time bomb ticket. Young living legend. Pen game vicious. Outlaw records. Don't think for a second I won't put this mic down and pick up. Mac 11, the spirit of Machiavelli. Psych, fatal, and felony. Outlaw shit, I'm precisely the epitome. Carried the torch high. Did it all in a memory. Gotta say a word. Feel it in your energy. Hate me or you love me, don't matter long as you mention me. Streets real slippery. Watch where you walking. There's no more talking, all bite, no barking. Everybody love you once you laying in a coffin. When you alive and shining, you most likely a target. Leave your ass leaking like a faucet. You cross me. All family, no friends. The game cost me. Pay the price of sweet revenge. How much it cost me. Success tastes sweeter. Bag full of cheaper. Carhartt suit. 10 boots and a beeper. This 9mm can make me the Grim Reaper. You ain't even cracked the code to get deeper. You don't know how much crack I sold as a youngin'. Never known for rapping, I was known for hustling. Never known for ratting, I was known for thugging. All these niggas do is blog, they ain't known for nothing. But running they dick suckers, gossiping like broads. It's all fun and games to somebody in the morgue. It was all your fault.
Illuminati, all through your body. The blows like a 12-gauge shot. Feel me?
So this is Noble's verse on Hail Mary. Where are you, YouTube?
Follow me. Eat my flesh of my flesh. Come with me. Hail Mary, run quick, see. What do we have here now?
Peep the whole scene and whatever's going on around me. Brain kinda cloudy, smoked out, feeling rowdy, ready to wet the party up. And whoever in that motherfucker, nasty new street slugger, my heat, seat suckers on the regular, mashing in a stolen black act. Integra, cock back, zicky seconds to the draw. That's when I'm dead in your feet first. You got a nice gap, but my heat's worse. From a thug to preaching church, I gave you love, now you eating dirt, needing work. And I ain't the nigga to put you on, cause word is born. When I was broke, I had to hustle till dawn. That's when the sun came up. It's only one way up. Hold your head, stay up. To all my niggas, get your pay and weight up.
If it's on, then it's on. We break beat breaks, outlaws on the paper chase. Can you relate to the shit I don't got? Be the shit I gotta take. Dealing with fate, hoping God don't close the gate. If it's on, then it's on. We break beat breaks, outlaws on the paper chase. Can you relate to the shit I don't got? Be the shit I gotta take. Dealing with fate, hoping God don't close the gate.
First met Tupac probably when I was born, because that's how long I've been knowing him, and that answers that question. Me and Tupac, we cousins, so we kind of came up from the womb. Whoever came first, the next one followed.
So what we're watching now is an interview that they gave. This is the Outlawz, and there was one female in the Outlawz as well that they gave shortly after Tupac passed away. So you'll see young Noble in here with hair. And you can actually tell that he took it hard, maybe the hardest.
Yep.
And I followed. And I'm happy to follow in them footsteps. It's a beautiful thing.
All right, I met Pac about 4 or 5 years ago from Kadafi, from Jersey. I met him in Jersey, you know what I mean? From Kadafi, me and Kadafi, and y'all introduced me to him. And then ever since that, we rolled. Pac was like a father figure to me, you know what I mean? You know, I was going through some shit in Jersey. Picked me up from Jersey, laced me with the game, brought me out here. Then, you know what I mean? Hooked up ever since that.
Me, I met Pac when he got out of jail. Met him at the studio, Can-Am studio.
And when we met, you know what I mean, it was cool. I wasn't really, I was rapping, but I wasn't like into it. You know what I mean? And I was around from Kadafi, because he's from the same block from me in Jersey, and F.A.T.A.L, you know what I mean? So we were just rolling and everything. But I was around, and he was like, if you're gonna be around, you know what I mean? Everybody want a piece of this money, you know what I mean? But I've been rapping from back in the day, and I just got serious about it, you know what I mean? And when he heard me rap, he just put me down, like, you down, you the last one.
Yo, but it's one thing everybody needs to know. It's really like, it's like I say I know him from birth, he say he know him from birth, he say he know him from when he know him, he say he know him from when she say whatever.
That's Castro.
It's not a matter of time, it's a matter of family and love, you know what I'm saying? And this here right here, I know it's said a lot of times, but this is, I don't give a fuck if we fight all day, all night, you know what I'm saying? But yo, cause we still love each other. He used to always sit us down and just shoot the knowledge at us, but that wasn't where we got the knowledge from that, but we just got the knowledge being around him, you know. Pop was never afraid to spread, you know, and he said we was like he nurtured us, you know what I'm saying? We was like his children. I mean, we all got families and everything, but it took us to another level where parents don't really like to take their kids, and he took us there delicately, you know what I mean? He didn't just take us there, you know, kick us in the trash. He took us there with soft hands and gloves, and you know, that's why we just get into the world now, but we been here, we gonna be here. So
yeah, I knew Pac since he got out of jail. He taught me more than anybody my whole life in that period of time. That's real.
Exactly.
What it was like making the music with him was like going to school every day. You know what I mean? Because Pac taught us through his music. You know what I mean? A lot of them songs that you hear, it was lessons for us in them songs. You know what I mean? And it was something we was going through at that period of time. And Pac wanted to get it across to us, and he knew the best way to get it across to us is if we do it in a song. And we'll listen to what he's saying, you know what I mean? Sometimes outside of the studio, you know what I mean, you get caught up in life, you get distracted by life, period. You know what I mean? Everybody, all of us got a life, you know what I mean? And with separate problems aside from the problems that y'all all know about, you know what I'm saying? So he might have been trying to teach us at that point in time, and we wasn't hearing him, you know what I mean? So we'll go to the studio and they'll teach us there. The first day he decided to give me what he knew, that's when my life started.
You muted, Auntie Leah.
So what I get out of this is that Tupac Shakur was a teacher to them. He grounded these young men. They really looked up to his wisdom through his music, through the conversations that he had with them as being older than these group of young people. So it's really refreshing to hear these young black men speak on what Tupac did for them and what he meant to them. So basically, honestly, even Napoleon said he was like a father, you know, figure to me. I was spinning out of control, and Pac stepped in, and every time he spoke, we listened. And you know, that's an awesome legacy to have. You know,
Sure is. Yep.
Oh yeah.
And it was ripped away from them.
Ripped away from him. Yeah, he was a mentor and a great leader. Right, Kat?
To more than them, to lots of people.
To a lot of people.
Yep.
I agree. All right, let's get back into it. Fair use. We are using the video posted by Tupac Facts to learn more about the Outlawz and to learn more about what Tupac Shakur meant to the Outlawz and how his death impacted their lives after the fact.
It's always, I feel like I'm on the real world or something. Like it's always a camera watching me or something. And I know somebody's saying what I'm doing, and sometimes I know can't nobody stop me, because probably always will stop a nigga like, yo. But I feel like can't nobody stop me and shit. So sometimes I might do something, and it's just like a crackhead when they start stealing from their family. You know what I mean? Smoking in front of their little cousins and little brothers. They feel guilty. I know they feel guilty once they come down, but I know after I do something I know Pac don't want me to do, which is not very much. But when I do, I feel bad. I feel like I'm beat up. You know what I'm saying? I'm defeated. The next day I'm totally defeated. You know what I mean? But Pop put in me made me keep my head up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still a soldier. You know what I'm saying? So won't nobody else know that. Y'all, I'm just hey.
Yeah. I learned to appreciate what's going on now. You know what I mean? Like you get people tattoos when they die and stuff. You know what I mean? If you love them, get their tattoo by their head. You know what I'm saying? You gotta appreciate that. For real. He just told me, man, that's real, yo. My life changed. Everything.
I matured a lot, you know what I mean? From when Pac was here, I used to be on some just wild out shit, you know what I mean? And then when you yell at me, I never look at it like that. Now that it gone, and it's like, you know what I mean? I look at my little brother and I look at what Pac told me. I be wanting to tell my little brother, you know what I mean? So it's like, damn. It's like now I just look at it like that. I know he really was telling me some shit I should have listened to before. So now I just picked it up, you know what I mean? And I feel like he blessed me.
The world lost a gift when they lost Pac. Because this is my opinion. You know what I mean? God always gives the world gifts all the time. You know what I mean? The world lost a gift, in my opinion.
To me, the world lost a great teacher, and I think he would have been a great figure as far as like political wise.
I feel the world lost its soul when it lost Pop.
I feel the world lost like another Malcolm X, you know what I mean?
I agree.
For the young generation.
I feel like the world lost something big. It was something big. It was something that the world lost something they needed a gift. Something that everybody could appreciate, you know what I mean? And I feel real selfish that I could really, you know what I mean, be one of the only few people who really know that. We miss everything about Pop. It's nothing that we can, man. It's not one thing, man.
Ballistics evidence shows that the shooter in the white Cadillac fired 1 bullet into the rear door, 5 bullets into the front passenger door, several through the front.
Okay, so what we're about to watch now is I'm using under fair use as well. This is a documentary about Pac's crime scene put out by VH1 a long time ago. So we are watching this video to learn about the crime scene, basically, of Tupac Shakur, the person that the Outlawz revered the most.
Passenger window and 1 into the windshield.
I was dealing with the sergeant, and I was told it was a .40 caliber Glock.
We're going to continue this investigation. Hopefully, we'll come up with something that makes some sense of this unfortunate incident.
The cops were there all night long. There was one witness, Yafafullah, said that he could identify the shooter.
Yafafullah was an old friend of Tupac's, and he was riding in a car directly behind Tupac Shakur. So he was closer than anyone other than Shakur.
Yakula, who was in the front seat with me, staring out of the window. So he saw the Cadillac before he even approached the car.
And he told the police right off, I saw who did it. And it's stunning to think that, okay, he said that, and they didn't say, yeah, who is it? But they did. They said, okay, we want you to come in and make a statement. And, you know, at some point in the future, they didn't even set a time.
Detained on the street by police, Tupac's entourage are anxious to know their friend's condition.
They had us sitting out on the Vegas Strip for about 2 hours. And they just let us go. Everybody went to the hospital.
You too, Sweet Lou.
It was definitely worse than any of us could imagine. They had breathing machines on him. He was bandaged and everything.
In an attempt to stop the internal bleeding, doctors decide to take the damaged lung out. They make an incision in Tupac's chest. Then part of his ribcage is removed, allowing surgeons access to the area. The lung is collapsed and blood vessels tied off. Then it is clamped, cut, and removed through the incision. But the internal bleeding persists, and doctors simply can't find the source.
Rap artist Tupac Shakur is reported in critical condition this morning in a Las Vegas hospital. He was shot while riding along the Strip in Las Vegas.
It's 9 a.m. in Las Vegas. America is waking up to discover that Tupac Shakur has been shot. Police chase down leads after working all night at the crime scenes to collect evidence. Tupac has spent the night in the hospital undergoing multiple surgeries.
What are Tupac's wounds as far as you know? His wounds are he's suffering from multiple gunshot wounds to the chest and also has a wound to his thigh. He's undergone 2 series of surgeries. He's had a right lung removed. He's back in his room, and again, he remains in critical condition.
Those bullets did a significant amount of damage to his body internally.
This guy that you just saw talking, that is Tupac's bodyguard, Frank White. And unfortunately, Frank White unalived himself as well. He could not take the fact that he was right behind Tupac Shakur, but something went on with the, they was not allowed, they didn't get the licenses to be able to have their pals with them, so he couldn't protect Pac. All of this is so weird and so insane because that car that pulled up next to Tupac that Keefe D was in, that ultimately ended his life, knew that the bodyguard, they had to know. So why are you so comfortably pulling up to Tupac's car and letting off shots with the bodyguard right behind him? How did you know he wasn't, armed?
Exactly. Yep, exactly.
Look, listen, and this is not alleged, okay? This was an assassination, and it was a lot of politics in it, and I also believe that, Diddy has something to do with it as well, allegedly there, but, the leader, one of the leaders or president of Bad Boy came out and said he did. So, all of it's weird. Okay, so I'm going to play back the video unless you guys have something to say, to add.
You could let it go through, Auntie.
I didn't hear you, sir.
Like I said, you could let it go through.
Okay.
The first bullet hit his right pinky finger and went through his hand. The second bullet hit his thigh bone, ricocheted into his abdomen, and ended up floating in his pelvis. The final bullet entered his chest underneath his arm and became lodged in his lung.
The Las Vegas police had a very difficult time getting Suge Knight to agree to an interview. It took days. I mean, they should have held him that evening, but he had promised to come back. He stalled. Finally came in 3 days later with 3 attorneys. If anybody would have seen the shooter, I mean, Suge wouldn't have had the best view. Suge somehow didn't see the shooter. He just dummied up totally. He didn't know anything about anything, and he wasn't giving them anything.
If you knew who killed Tupac, would you tell the police?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because it's not my job. I don't get paid to solve homicide.
Wow.
I don't get paid to tell people.
If the authorities want to question me and talk to me, I'll never talk to the police. If there's anybody who wouldn't say anything, who know to keep their mouth shut and don't believe in the snitches and rats, they'll be shit back.
We would like anybody who might have seen something other than the people who were there to come forward and
That is the most insane street code I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
That street code has made so many homicides unsolvable. It's ridiculous. Okay. And the only one that was willing to talk, they silenced because they knew that he was going to talk. And that is Yaki Kadafi. They silenced that young man because they knew he was willing to talk. He was sitting down talking right then and there. And just like you heard in this documentary that we're playing, why didn't the reporter ask, well, who was it? After he told you, or the detective, after he told you, I saw who it was, why didn't he ask right away? Who was it? They didn't want to know. They wanted to know if he knew, and that's all they needed to know to carry out the unaliving of this young man.
Well, you know what? Suge Knight is right where he belongs because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that money Tupac made for him, all that riding and all that expose and all that media, and at the end of the day, you wouldn't even tell if you know. Boy, Suge Knight is a real pussycat.
Yes. And and the streets think that they're doing some justice. Oh, I won't talk, I won't break, I don't snitch. Are you crazy? I'm singing. Like Mahalia Jackson. If I see something, I'm singing. I am. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Ridiculous. All right, guys. Let's get back into it. Again, this is Fair Use. This is a video that was a documentary that was released by VH1 decades ago.
enlighten us. They're telling us they didn't see anything. They don't know anything.
It's been 4 days since the shooting. With no other leads, police revisit the brawl at the MGM and try to identify the beating victim, known only as Orlando. Suspecting the fight could be related to Suge's gang ties on his home turf of Compton, California, Las Vegas police contact authorities in Compton.
The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department reached out to Compton Police and said, hey, we could use help. We want you to ID this guy.
My partner, Tim Brennan, was asked by Las Vegas PD to go there and help identify the subjects involved in the beatdown. Then they showed him the tape. He immediately recognized Orlando Anderson as the guy that was beat down during the incident. This guy was from Compton, a Southside Crip. At the time, we were investigating him on another murder where he shot the guy in the head.
Word began to reach the police that Orlando Anderson and his little crew of guys had been involved in the shooting.
Orlando Anderson, he's a ruthless killer, and that's the type of guy that they were dealing with out there in Vegas. But I don't think they had any idea of that at the time.
It was the 6th day. Had lost a lot of blood. They couldn't stop the bleeding internally from that chest injury. They had done 2 surgeries to go in and try to stop the bleeding, and then it would start up again. And that second surgery, they couldn't stop it completely.
I was sitting outside the room. It was his mother, Feeney. She sat there, and there was just like an uncomfortable silence, and then she put her hand on my knee. She put her hand on my knee, and she patted it and said, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay." And that's all she said to me. I started crying. That's it. Then he died, September the 13th.
At 4:03 this afternoon, Tupac Shakur was pronounced dead.
I was definitely crushed, and my whole world was lost.
It was a major loss. You know, it wasn't just a friend, it was just my little brother.
Weeks have passed since Tupac Shakur succumbed to his wounds. Las Vegas police are finally zeroing in on their prime suspect, Orlando Anderson, with an assist from the Compton PD.
So my partner, Tim Brennan, came back and we decided in a 2-week period to put together this massive gang search warrant. And we did this so we could help Las Vegas with their investigations.
So Las Vegas police went down to Compton. One of the detectives on the case actually talked to Orlando Anderson.
Orlando Anderson, he wouldn't say anything about Tupac's murder. I don't know anything about it.
Well, I was not involved. I mean, I'm like a victim. You know what I'm saying? I feel, you know what I'm saying, sorry for him.
Vegas let Orlando go and said there wasn't enough evidence to arrest him. Basically, Compton police felt a little bit frustrated.
They were convinced that there was enough to charge and convict Orlando Anderson of the murder, but they could never get the Las Vegas police to file.
Other leads also run dry. After speaking with officers on the scene, the police's main witness, Yafu Fula, had said he would give a full statement to detectives, but promises to meet with the police are never kept. And 2 months later, Fula is shot in the back of the head.
Yafu Fula's murder is the most troubling because it happened so quickly, and he was the best witness.
Without having any witnesses or anyone being able to identify the suspect, it's essentially impossible to solve this thing.
Well, my
For 2 years, Las Vegas police.
My question to the Las Vegas police, when, like I said, when he told you that he knew who the shooter was, we see you down there, scrunched down, talking to Dr. Kadafi. Why didn't you ask him right then? When do you let witnesses leave the scene? Because from my understanding, you take witnesses straight to the police office and do a report right then and there. So this narrative they spun, talking about that his promises to meet with the police was not kept by him, I don't believe that. I don't believe that not one bit. I believe that they should not have allowed him to leave the scene that night. And it looked like to me that he was willing to speak. He's speaking to you right there on camera.
Right there and then is correct, Auntie. Why it was so much sloppy work? Everything was handled sloppily.
Yep. And you haven't even heard the last of it. It gets ridiculously sloppy Okay, speech impediment. You will not get the best of me tonight. All right.
That's like Suge Knight saying, "Oh, he was like a brother to me." Yeah, right.
But you're not gonna tell who.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't believe that. You know, you saw him too. You know, you saw him, but did not want to say, and that's just crazy to me.
Yep.
All right, guys.
We struggled to crack the Tupac case. Then, another setback. Their only legitimate suspect, Orlando Anderson, is murdered in an LA shooting, leaving them with virtually nothing.
Looked like to me, they was cleaning up.
As for other theories, from the beginning, rumors have circulated that Tupac's rap rival Biggie Smalls ordered the hit, or that Suge Knight may have been behind it.
There are a lot of conspiracy theories, one of which is that Suge Knight ordered the hit because reportedly Tupac was going to leave Death Row Records.
I don't know if I buy into that. I think it would be pretty brazen and risky to be in the same vehicle with the target of the hit.
If somebody said that I had something to do with it, I didn't take it as a point where it bothered me. I take it as a point where they got to be the most stupidest mother in the whole wide world.
Ultimately, Las Vegas police dismissed the theory that Suge had Tupac murdered. Some question the department's desire to solve the case at all.
I was told by LAP detectives that when they went over to Las Vegas to talk to them, that the Las Vegas cops told them privately, look, we've been told that they don't want us to solve this crime.
Wow.
I was told by our at Metro that it would be bad publicity having all these hip-hop people coming in for a trial. I think it goes beyond it's bad for tourism. I don't know. Somebody didn't want to solve it and it didn't get solved.
Well over a decade later, the Tupac murder remains unsolved. And without fingerprints, eyewitness testimony, or the murder weapon, there's little hope police will ever.
Suddenly, the army was on the battlefield with no general and no plan. Overnight, every single door slammed shut. The music industry that loved Tupac now wanted nothing to do with his crew. The Outlawz were literally blackballed, treated like complete outcasts. The massive weight of Tupac's legacy fell right on their shoulders, but without him, it was an impossible task. They had to carry a torch while walking through a hurricane. For nearly the next 30 years, young Noble carried that weight. Other members came and went, but Noble was the one constant, the guy who refused to let the Outlawz die. He dropped solo albums. He worked with other artists. He did everything to keep the flame alive. He was the keeper of the promise. But carrying that flame for that long, through that much darkness, costs you. It costs you a lot. To the world, young Noble was the ultimate soldier.
The shocking death of a star. The whole world wants to know what happened, and every minute counts. Now, for the first time, go behind the crime scene tape. With computer-generated forensic graphics and true-to-life reenactments, follow the investigation as police race against time to solve the case. In this episode, Tupac Shakur, rap superstar at age 25, brutally gunned down on the Vegas Strip.
An arm came out of the back door and it's firing into Tupac.
Learn how doctors helped Tupac fight for his life.
He's had a right lung removed and he remains in critical condition.
And how police missed crucial chances to find the killer.
The police made so many mistakes during the investigation, it's difficult to catalog them all.
Go deep inside one of the most notorious celebrity shootings in history.
There's a lot of truth to be told and questions to be asked. We called that night.
Next, on Famous Crime Scene, Tupac Shakur. It's September 7th, 1996. Tupac Shakur is in Las Vegas with Suge Knight, head of Death Row Records, to attend the Mike Tyson-Bruce Seldon fight at the MGM Grand.
We were sitting ringside watching the fight, and Mike Tyson and Seldon steps into the ring, the bell, ding, ding, and 50 seconds later, the fight was over. Mike knocked him out in the first round.
Tyson and Pac were, good friends. So we was in a pretty celebratory mood.
Stop me that! 50 points, I counted it.
So we proceed to leave at this time.
We're going down Las Vegas Boulevard trying to get to my club at the time. It was called Club 662. We were directly behind Suge and Pac, and then our car was Frank, the bodyguard, and 2 guys.
They were going to a party. They sort of were cruising to get there. They had some time.
New York, LA, just the West Coast. I want the East Coast too, girl.
And these gals are in one car, and they turn and talk to them.
He had said, "Hey, Tupac, where you going? Where you going?" He said, "We're going to the club over to 662. Go over there."
The convoy hits a red light at the corner of Flamingo and Koval. 2 cars stop in front of the vehicle carrying Suge and Tupac. Tupac's bodyguard pulls up directly behind. With Suge and Tupac focused on the women on their left, they don't notice the late model Cadillac pulling up on their right.
So now it's completely blocked in, and there's absolutely nowhere for him to go. The arm came out of the back door, and it started firing into Tupac.
Bang!
And once it stopped, all you saw was all of this smoke going up in the air.
It definitely seemed like everything slowed down, and I just remember thinking, man, they shoot forever.
And the car just took off.
I grabbed Pac, I pulled him down. I got shot in the head with I still got a 45 bullets that entered to my skull.
And then said, go on, Flamingo, getting left now.
2 bicycle cops, they hear this boom, 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 lots of shots fired. So they take their bikes and call for backup.
I had actually jumped out of the car and ran up to the back of the BMW because I thought that they were dead. There was absolutely no way in the world that these guys were alive. They had to have been dead. Too many bullets had gone through that car. Well, to my surprise, the car made a U-turn. So I ran back, jump in the car, and make a U-turn as well.
All for me, Pac.
Both bicycle cops take off and follow Suge. Meantime, Cadillac gets away without anybody knowing.
Suge was jumping mediums and blowing his tires and frantically trying to get away. How that car was even driving was amazing. Okay, amazing. This car actually came to a stop at Las Vegas Boulevard in Harlem.
In the center of the Las Vegas Strip became the main scene.
When the cops arrived on the scene, they didn't know what had happened. They saw this shot up BMW, screaming glass, blood.
They pulled everybody, including Suge, out of the car, and Suge didn't want to get out because he wanted to stay with Tupac because he was injured. At that point, Tupac was still conscious.
Police didn't know whether he'd been shot or whether he was involved in the shooting.
I just thought, I tell the police, I'm saying, hey, slow up. They got the guns drawn out on us. I'm saying, look, I'm shot, he's shot, slow up. He says, you want to get shot again?
Hey, be quiet.
There's a lot of police all over the strip. They came out full force.
Hold on, we need an ambulance. Get out right now. Don't move.
Suge is on the ground. And I said, that's the CEO of our record label. He's a victim here. So the police let Suge up off the ground, and Tupac was still sitting in the BMW. For whatever reason, the door wouldn't open from the outside.
They couldn't get Pac out the car because they didn't know how to open the door, take the seat out. So I did.
So he opened the door, and we pulled Tupac out of the car, and we laid him on the ground. The ambulance approached, and he's laying there and takes a breath, and he crosses his hands just like this over his body. And that was the last breath I ever saw him take on his own.
Tupac is barely conscious as EMS workers load him into the ambulance and rush him to the University Medical Center. With the injured evacuated and the area around Suge's car secured, police begin their investigation.
Harmon and Las Vegas Boulevard became the focal point for the police, for ambulances and everything.
We were cuffed and interrogated right there on the Vegas Strip. You know, we got tattoos and whatnot, so it was like, what gang you in? And they was like, who did you see? Can you give us some descriptions?
Witnesses at the shooting scene tell police that Tupac and his entourage had beaten up a man earlier that evening, supposedly payback for a run-in between the man and a member of Tupac's crew 1 month prior.
After the fight in the MGM, one of Suge's homeboys came over and he whispered into Tupac's right ear. Well, when he whispered into his ear, Tupac shot off. They ran up to this guy and he started throwing blows at it. The rest of the entourage approached him as well, and he started kicking him and fighting him while he was down on the ground.
Suspecting this may have been the motive for the shooting, police speak with security staff at the MGM, but they can provide no details.
Security did not take an incident report because the person they were kicking and stomping on, he said no, he wasn't going to press charges. And they didn't even know who the person was other than they had his first name, Orlando.
All right, we're here.
One and walking. It's 20 minutes after the shooting. Tupac and Suge Knight are at University Medical Center, where hospital personnel work to stabilize Tupac's condition. Their biggest problem? A bullet has passed through his right lung, causing the area to fill with blood. In order to drain it, doctors insert a tube through skin and muscle, between the ribs and into the chest cavity.
Vast majority of thoracic trauma that occurs, that's going to take care of your problem. The blood vessels will contract, the bleeding a lot of times will stop on its own, and that's all you have to do.
They believed they had him stabilized, but apparently the level of internal bleeding was more significant than they realized.
Meanwhile, police are on the hunt for the shooter's car.
We are looking for a suspect vehicle, which was described as a white Cadillac, newer model Cadillac. That's all we have on it right now. We have our crime scene analysts gathering evidence.
The police made so many mistakes during the investigation, it's difficult to catalog them all.
Number one error was why one of those bike patrol officers didn't stay at the scene of this shooting on Flamingo. You've got witnesses who might have taken off. You've got all these people, and then they're scrambling after the fact.
Dozens and dozens and dozens of people drove through the crime scene by the time they closed it off. It was contaminated in every way, probably.
I mean, they just really dropped the ball on the original crime scene. What police officers leave the original crime scene? Did not pick up none of the spent shells, nothing. Did not block off the original crime scene, did nothing.
Ones that had something to do with it, maybe.
Yeah, they had no intentions on ever solving this crime.
Exactly.
I believe that Young Noble knew this, It's just too much corruption, too much dropping the ball. Like the whole thing was not conducted like a regular police investigation would be conducted. You let witnesses go. You're letting the shells stay at the scene. They've been ran over. They're dropping down into drains, and it's just all of it is just it was never meant to be solved. And then they took everybody out that was in that car except one person, which was Keefy D, and now they're putting him behind bars 30 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Yaki, Kadafi. I mean, Yafi Fuller, prime witness, no witness protection, nothing.
None. Didn't take him in that night to get his interview. Didn't ask him who it was he saw. Didn't even get a description from him. And then took the guy out 60 days later, less than 60 days later. All of this is crazy. Nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Totally useless.
In the 20 minutes before the shooting seemed to be secured, casings left from the shooter's gun were run over and scattered by speeding cars. Some were damaged. Others rolled yards away into gutters or otherwise disappeared.
They didn't get any fingerprints off the casings. They weren't able to get forensics on this, and the evidence in this case was just very little.
Forever. The hope was incredible, like a dynasty was being born. But the whole time, a storm was coming that would change everything. Then, September 13th, 1996, it all came crashing down. Tupac was murdered. This wasn't just the death of a superstar. It was like an entire universe collapsing. Their leader, their mentor, their shield was gone. He was touring, recording, and keeping Tupac's mission alive. He looked like a pillar of strength, the loyal soldier who would never quit. But behind the scenes, he was fighting a completely silent, lonely war. The foundation of his life was shaken by trauma from day one. He lost his friend Yaki Kadafi to a gunshot just 2 months after Tupac, and later Hussein F.A.T.A.L in a 2015 car crash. The death of his mother after her own long health battle also took a heavy toll on his mental health. His wife and daughters later confirmed he was battling crushing depression and intense financial stress. He became the main caregiver for his family, including their child with autism who required full-time care, often staying home with the kids while his wife worked. The pressure was immense. In May 2021, the physical toll of his stress became undeniable when he suffered a major heart attack. He posted from his hospital bed, begging everyone to take their health seriously because unhealthy living in stress catches up sooner than later. The man who was preaching survival was secretly drowning. On July 4th, 2025, that silent war came to a heartbreaking end. Young Noble, the last outlaw handpicked by Tupac, took his own life in a suburb of Atlanta, Georgia. He was only 47 years old. The news sent an absolute shockwave of grief through the hip-hop world. His wife confirmed he'd been struggling with depression and financial pressure for a long, long time, and that she had been actively trying to get him help. And here's the most tragic part. His final social media posts were filled with messages of hope. One read, "You're not reading this by accident. This is your confirmation. You're going to make it." He was giving the world the exact encouragement he couldn't hold on to for himself. It's devastating. Tributes poured in from everywhere. Snoop Dogg posted about the reality of mental health. His Outlawz brother, E. shared his heartbreak, writing, "My brother and partner for over 30 years took his life this morning. Mental illness is a real battle being fought by so many. Check on your folks." The feeling was universal. Just profound sadness for losing a man and a painful reminder of the hidden battles so many people are fighting. Young Noble's story is not a footnote in Tupac's book. This is its own powerful, tragic story. It's about insane loyalty, the crushing weight of a legacy, and the human cost of living in the shadow of giants. For almost 30 years, he carried that torch. That's his oldest daughter. He was a husband, a father, and a rapper whose authenticity was 100% real. His death is a massive loss, but it's forcing a conversation we have to have about mental health in the hip-hop world, a world that so often demands you wear armor. It's a gut-wrenching reminder that the toughest battles are usually the ones fought in silence. Young Noble's voice may be gone, but his legacy of loyalty, struggle, and being profoundly human will live on forever. If this story meant something to you, please subscribe for more deep dives into the lives that shaped hip-hop. And seriously, if you or someone you know is struggling, help is available. You are not alone. Check on your people. Rest in power, Young Noble.
You never kept a secret, always stayed real, and I appreciate how
This
you
is a
raised
video
me.
that he made for his
All that
mom.
love that you gave me.
I got it all.
Don't you know we love you, sweet dear mama. Place no one above you, sweet. Don't you know we love you, sweet dear mama. One above you, sweet. You all appreciate it. Don't you know in love you sweet?
Yeah, mama.
Place no one above you sweet. Don't you know in love you sweet?
Yeah, mama. Every day I wake up, I thank the Lord, trying to surface this purpose He chose me for. Lord, for this flow, I'm extremely thankful. For this air that I'm breathing, I'm extremely grateful. Streets full of jealousy, these corners is hateful. They will love nothing more than to watch and break you. Nurture your gift, just watch where it take you. The more you succeed, the more the devil hates you. Yeah. Be that light that they can't dim. Be the spark in the brain of a nation of men. They say with power come great responsibility. Selling my soul was never a possibility. I did a lot of wrong. I'm trying to get it right, man. I ain't stuck in the past. I'm living right now. Karma is real too. Be conscious of the energy you spill. It can kill you or heal you. Man, like a seed that would never grow.
It never grow.
Like a sun that would never shine.
Never shine.
Like a bird that would never fly.
Never fly.
From Jersey to Cali.
Young Noble.
Forever noble.
Forever you ride. Outlaw for life.
Hey. Yeah, Bumble Soldier, P-Funk Roller, legacy eternal, the world gets colder. Born Rufus Cooper in the Jersey state, hard times young, had to carry the weight. Dreams in his eyes, but the streets got loud. Hunger in his stomach, but his soul stood proud. With the fatal Kadafi, the brotherhood tight. One chance meeting, then he stepped in the light. Tupac saw the fire, said, come ride with me. An outlaw immortal, written in history.
Outlaws for life, for life, for life. We gon' shine even through the night. Heavy heart, but the message gon' last. Young noble spirit, forever in the past.
My belly calm, oh no, stood tall. On stage in the booth, he gave it his all. From Still I Rise to ride with us or collide with us. Kept the outlaw flame lit, never could divide us. Love life scriptures, lessons of pain. Brotherhood deeper than the money of fame. Lost Pac, lost Kadafi, still he carried the torch. With the weight of the world, he stayed the course.
And so good, never fade away.
Get away.
Their hope still never fade away.
Yeah. From the west to the east, out noble spirit never dies.
27 years young, but the weight is deep. A warrior's pain, secrets he keep, but the love from the fans, family, the crew, forever in memory. Noble, we salute. Father, mentor, a brother, a guide, still riding with Pac on the heavenly side. The outlaw story ain't never gon' fold. Through the funk, through the pain, noble spirit stays bold.
Right on. Outlaws for life, for life, for life. Alright. Whoa. Soldier in the fight, the fight. Through the struggle and the sorrow, we keep you alive, young noble. Forever outlaws gon' survive.
Story of his life.
the music gonna rise. I would know.
Rest in peace, young Noble. Rest in peace, sir. A kid came in here turning off lights, making noise. I want to touch somebody like right now. Like they have no regard for me being on live whatsoever. This is the video that he made for his daughter. And I swore I muted that song. I don't know how it got back. I'm going to have to mute that song. The video's almost over anyway. Yeah. Like, they won't let you get away with playing Michael Jackson. Oh, even though the song is older than most of us.
You trying to get me shut down, Auntie Leah?
No. I didn't tell you to stream to your channel. You keep trying to get yourself shut down. Stop.
Oh, Lord.
Look at my gift. Look at Auntie Leah. I got me a new. Thank you, Nick.
Oh, you're too cute.
Auntie Leah. Thank you for watching today. We came together to honor Young Noble. Your support means so much. Before we close, I want to honor Jaguar Wright. Her phrase hip hop is a graveyard inspired this segment. She reminded us that too many voices are lost too soon. Young Noble's spirit will live on through his music. His story will stay alive through us. Thank you for remembering his life. Rest in power, Young Noble. You will never be forgotten. If you or someone you know is struggling, please know you are not alone. In the United States, dial 988. The Crisis Lifeline is free, confidential, and available 24 hours every day. All right, guys, that is it. That is the video. Hey, Auntie Leah, girl, you over there looking jazzy. Hey, girlfriend. But I hope you guys really got some information out of this documentary that we put together, out of this live that we came together and do. Again, I can imagine that having a loved one die by suicide is worse than having someone die unexpectedly or by someone dying out of sickness or even old age. So it wasn't a pleasure. It's not ever a pleasure doing any of these because the people that we talk about are no longer with us. So that alone is heavy. So I really appreciate Nick. I appreciate Temper, even though me and Nick always going at it. You know, we wouldn't be Nick and Leah, the two aunties. if we were not going to edit. Nick wouldn't be Tech Nick. Look, she's changed her name on the screen to Tech Nick because she's always in the backdrop trying to tell me what to do. And I'm stubborn. I'm not going to do it. She just, and she knows that.
And Auntie Leah wants me to do everything she tells me to do, and I'm stubborn too. So there you go.
Yeah, so we're both two stubborn old biddies on the panel. So and then our nephew Temper stuck in the middle of two catty women.
Literally, he's stuck. He's right in the middle right now. He's always in the middle,
right?
Yep.
Well, he handles it well.
You see me got my hands up. Hold on.
Thank you for joining us. Everything is okay.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm glad he was able to help you get through your darkest times. Wow, that's amazing. So, some of his music got you through. So that's a blessing. That's what's up.
It is a blessing.
So I hope he knew that he helped, someone like such as yourself before, he had to leave this world as well. But anyway, does anybody have anything else to say? And everything, please, everything is okay. Please subscribe to the channel.
And I dropped all the links in both of our channels. I'm not sure if Temper's streaming to his. I don't think he is. I'm not sure.
I am.
Oh, sorry. I would have jumped over there too. Sorry about that.
Did y'all just see how Nick just cut me off mid-sentence and didn't think nothing of it?
I don't think nothing of you. You yap a lot. I don't say that much. I don't talk that much, Auntie.
I know, but you can't cut me off mid-sentence. I lose my thought. I don't even remember what I was saying now.
We all do.
Go ahead, girl.
You were saying subscribe to the channels. I was just saying I dropped all the links. And Auntie Leah, I just wanted to say, very good documentary, because that's what it is. It's a documentary. And I'm sure your songs were in there, but you didn't say, here's my songography.
Because I'm pretty sure people know that I'm going to do a songography or two.
Okay.
They're used to it by now. So, yes, my song was the last hip-hop one that was,
okay. Yep.
So people on this channel, they're used to it. I guess by now I have to announce it. I might still do that, but you can pretty much tell because it's talking about the person that we're talking about.
It was so good, I didn't even know. I didn't even realize it was your songography.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, the words, girl, the words. I'm telling the story.
I know.
In song form. That, by the way, for those that are new to the channel, that is what a songography is. It's something I made up. And basically, it's a mini biography. We're telling someone's story, but we're telling it in a song version.
Yep.
But anything else? Temper, you got anything to say? Any last words? Bye, Yvonne. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Yvonne.
All right, Yvonne. Night. But one thing I learned is the power of friendship. And you never know how important your presence is in someone's life.
That's
right. There are so many signs you may not see and signs that may be right before your eyes. And, you just never know. But it's always good to just check upon your peoples, If you're a real one, check upon your real peoples, them. Check upon your real friends because, a conversation goes such a long way.
I agree.
One thing I know is the power of friendship.
I agree, 100%. I agree. Thank you, Barbara J, for showing up again. Thank you for always supporting. So, guys, today is Sunday night. I know it's not Sunday night in Australia. It's Monday morning, right?
It's Monday, 11:06 a.m. Yep, and I'll be mowing my grass shortly. Yes.
Yep. So we're gonna let Nick get to her hard work that she has to do, the labor that she has to do, so painful. To cut the grass. I know it is. I don't like cutting grass myself. So, but again, we want to thank you guys for being here. We really appreciate you guys for being here. I'm not sure who we're going to speak of next. I will be announcing that shortly, so please pay attention to the post. It's 9:06 here too, Yvonne. So I just want to thank you guys, and thanks, Kat. Thanks to everyone that's here. Thank you guys always for your support. We love you. We appreciate you. And until next time, peace.
Love and peace. Peace. Bye for now.
Night night, everyone.
Bye.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for coming. Please like, share, and subscribe. Come back again.